Every man on this planet works within a spectrum of characteristics, but I walk down the street every single day and see far too many men who have fallen into this hyper feminine state, which has only been instilled because society has made out that being masculine is an issue and it's been constantly force fed down their throat, and they haven't had the spine to actually stand up and be themselves. And what this is causing is, first of all, it's a far worse society to live in because there's far less masculine men, and it makes competing, especially for guys like myself, much, much easier because there is no competition. But my idea of what I do and what I preach is to bring men up. And this is why I want to run over this subject, because I think masculinity is one of the most important things you need to speak about as a man to better yourself and better the life of people around you. So in this video, I want to run over why toxic masculinity is a completely flawed idea, what my definition of masculinity is for myself, and explain how it's actually going to improve your life going forwards, whether it's relationships, career, success, and just general happiness, and why it is so important. So first of all, toxic masculinity. This is a phrase which drives me pretty mental. The idea that sculpting a characteristic, and you will say a social construct, to be bad when it's relating to half the population of men is absolutely ridiculous. When do you hear toxic femininity brought up? You fucking don't. I wonder why. But the thing is, toxic masculinity, I've been called toxically masculine, which is quite hilarious. And the times that it's been brought up is when I've just been decisive and I've done the things that I've wanted to, and it hasn't hurt anyone else, but I've been strong enough within myself to make decisions and not go with, let's say, the group mentality. And the idea of toxic masculinity is that guys that do bad things are apparently toxic masculine. And how are you relating bad things to being masculine? People who do bad things, and especially men that gets labeled that, are just absolute jerks. They're just guys who don't know how to act, whether it's not controlling their emotions, they don't know how to speak to women, they don't know how to treat other people properly. That is just a bad person. That is someone who is not educated or emotionally aware of what they are doing, and they are just thinking selfishly within themselves. Being masculine is not an issue. Being masculine is one of the most important things on this planet. Just like femininity, they are yin and yang. They balance each other out in the most perfect way possible, and that is how men and women are built. There is obviously a spectrum between femininity and masculinity, and people range throughout that, but the average man has been drawn far too close to the femininity side just because society is telling them that being masculine is a bad thing. See, being masculine is one of the most important things to bring balance. If everyone was extremely feminine and soft and caring and nurturing, nothing would be done. There'd be no decisiveness, there'd be no action being taken, there'd be no leadership taking forward. See, women will use this, and I'm not blaming women or hating women for this, because it's just something that's come about, and now men are fucking talking about it. But they will blame being masculine for someone's bad behavior. But it's not the idea of being masculine, because being masculine, when it comes to my definition of it, is to be a strong and highly threatening in terms of presence and ability, but having the stoicism and the emotional intelligence to be a very calm and kind person. See, a lot of the time I will come across as intimidating, which I've been told by other people. I'm 6'3", I'm 200 pounds, and I have muscle. So I know I come across as intimidating, but when people get to know me, I'm a very kind, caring person. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm very open with my emotions and how I think. And I think as I'm still developing and I'm going to become better with everything as I go down the line, that is where I see masculinity. And that definition for myself will probably slightly change, but the idea of it is being as strong as possible. And if you need to bring about, let's say, in a point of conflict, or whether it's physical or verbal, you have the ability to stand up for yourself and to be a presence. You have to be a protector against threat. I think that is extremely important as a man. But also, on the other side of that, you have to be extremely intelligent and calm within yourself and very comfortable to be able to control that aggression. And that is the key to masculinity, is having the ability to be a threat, but being able to control all of your emotions and your ability to be able to be a rock. The reason for this is it balances perfectly against the feminine essence of the nurturing, more emotional side, where they are beautiful in terms of the way that they can care. They're more emotional in the way they are due to hormones, sorry. And the balance of feminine and masculinity is perfect, because the idea of masculinity is that decisiveness, that strength in terms of physicality, and that rock emotionally to be stoic. But then the balance of the femininity being the nurturing, caring, emotional side, they balance each other perfectly. And I think where society is going, they're trying to blend the two far too much. And what it is doing is bring about a very soft society where there is nothing getting done and people are worrying about their emotions too much. That this is now where people, and more people, are having issues with their mental health because they are feeding into the idea of their emotions being their controlling factor when it isn't. Your emotions are not you. As a man, you should be able to understand your emotions, and a woman as well. But as a man, I think it's very, very important to understand your emotions and to be able to control them and to make decisions that are, first of all, best for you, but also best to care for the people around you. And the reason masculinity is so important for the world, first of all, there was a study which was undertaken which looked at the level of testosterone in a man against his ability to make decisions against the status quo. And guess what happened? The guys who would make decisions against the status quo and go out and do things against what the norm thought, so whether it's going out and trying a business idea or making decisions which are for them and they know they're going to succeed with them, they had a higher level of testosterone on average against guys who would give in to the opinions and the thought processes of the average person. And if you want to be successful or you want to do things in life, you have to go against the status quo. So having that decision making ability, which is a masculine trait to be decisive, your testosterone is on the higher end, which again is a very good sign, because if you're looking at biologically hard wiring, women look for a man who is going to be the best protector, the best provider for her offspring. And what comes with that is a high testosterone man, because the health of his sperm is going to be better on average. Obviously, there's outliers. If people start arguing about outliers, then I'm not here to talk about that. But as a higher testosterone man, you're going to have better seed. And that is going to be a biological tell for the woman that you are a healthy man. What is going to help with that level of testosterone? It's working out and being in very good shape. It is also having that decisiveness there. So the thing is, people are trying to blend the two and make it out like masculinity is an issue. But the thing is, the idea of what a masculine man is has been so misconstrued and made to look bad that too many men are ducking away from what truly is masculine. And what a masculine man is to me, and what I believe a lot of men who have been successful and are very good men would completely agree with, is being decisive, is being strong in your physical ability and having a presence that if needed to, you can protect and be a threat back to the thing that is causing an issue, because that will help, first of all, protect you, your family, your loved ones, and the people around you. So my message here today is, do not be scared to be your true self. Be decisive. Make decisions on your accord. That is one of the highest tells for what women find attractive. They want a man who has goals. You don't have to be the finished product, which many men think you need to be. You need to have the money. You need to have the physique. You need to have this. Making excuses for not being where you want to be. You just need to be decisive. You need to take action. You need to have a plan in mind. That is a key to what women look for if you are looking at the dating world. So go out and be decisive. Make a decision based on your accord, not on other people's opinions. Stop worrying about what other people think of you and go out and become strong, become a threat, but also become extremely emotionally aware and emotionally stable, where you can be stoic in your emotions. You do not react to people. You are very calm within yourself. And it also allows you, when you do be around the people that you love, you can be extremely caring and kind to them while having that presence there, which also creates a huge sense of safety for the people around you, which is also very key. So I hope you have enjoyed the video and understood why taking on your masculine side is the most important thing you could possibly do as a man to actually make your life move forwards. Be a success, be a family man, attract the women that you want, and make the people around you who you truly care about feel safe. No one wants a weak son. Your dad doesn't want a weak son. Your girlfriend doesn't want a weak man. Your mom doesn't want a weak son. And your son doesn't want a weak dad. I said that completely wrapped around, but you understand the idea. Go out and be a strong man, be a threat to people, but be able to hold it back, be able to be stoic, be able to be emotionally stable. And that is the idea of masculinity. And masculinity is a beautiful thing, just like femininity. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!